All right, this is the long-awaited part 2 to this series about all these abbreviations that fly around the self-publishing indie author community. So stay tuned for some awesome abbreviations. Hi, I'm MK Williams. I'm an author and independent publisher. I love sharing all of my insights about self-publishing with you. Before I get started on today's video, please be sure to take a moment and click subscribe below. That way you can be here every week as I release new videos on all things self-publishing and how to make a career out of being an author. So way back in the day, when I very first started this channel, one of the first videos I released that you can go back, I'll link it up here and you can watch and cringe a little. I did a video that was all about self-publishing abbreviations. So when you're new to self-publishing, you can quickly get lost in a sea of shorthand and abbreviations in different Facebook groups or threads, or even just trying to read up on blogs or even listening to podcasts. People just throw out a bunch of shorthand. So I did a video on some of the most common abbreviations. So this is a second one. These are more audiobook related, audiobook focused when it comes to self-publishing. So as there's more abbreviations that come out that people use, I will absolutely continue to make more of these. Hopefully it doesn't take me quite as long in between them, but hopefully these are helpful to you. So the first one is ACX. That is Audiobook Creation Exchange. This is the subsidiary company of Amazon that specifically is a self-publishing platform for audiobooks. It gets your book out onto Audible, Amazon, and Apple, of all places. AL, so now we're going to get into some of the abbreviations that you'll see when you're in ACX and you're looking at how your audiobooks were purchased, whether it was through the credits that the users get or if they directly purchased it. So AL stands for Audiobook Units bought by Audible listeners, AL, Audible listener members, using their membership credits. So those credits, when you're a member, you get 2 credits per month, or now I think it's 1 credit per month, and then you get 2 for Audible originals. It's definitely changing. So AL sales are good for you, but at the same time, there are some sneaky members who then go in, listen to the audiobook, and then return it to get more credits. So those aren't my favorite sales to get, but you do see those more often because people have credits. They want to use them. Hopefully they just aren't sneaky and they don't return it, because then you lose your money. That sucks. Okay. The other one is ALOP. So this is Audiobook Units bought by Audible listener members not using their membership credits. So this is somebody who they're a member, they've used their credits, so they're just actually making a direct purchase. So I don't know how this gets weighted differently, but they do show it different. So this is a member who's deciding to buy your book. So hopefully that's, good for Audible. I mean, the whole point of the membership is for them to make more money. So hopefully that works out for Audible, works out for you, you're getting another sale. And then the third type that you'll notice on that sales report or that sales dashboard is ALC. So this is Audiobook Units bought by customers not in the Audible listener membership. So if you're just an average person and you're like, I don't want to pay for this membership with Audible, you can just directly purchase an audiobook. It is much more expensive. So when you go onto Amazon or even Audible, you'll see that it's like $19.99 or some other high number and like crossed out with a 0. Well, the 0 is if you have the membership. So usually they have a higher direct cost, and then when you get the membership, it's like, oh, it's free with the membership, but you're paying through the membership. So I don't really consider that free. I know some people do. I mean, you're still paying for it one way or another. Anyways. Okay, so the next 2 abbreviations I'm going to go over are ones that you'll see in different groups that you might join to help with your narration skills. If you're thinking, well, I want to self-narrate and self-publish my own audiobooks, or if you're thinking, I've got a really great voice, I would like to narrate other people's books. These are 2 abbreviations you'll see commonly. So WIP, work in progress. Now this one's actually used all across the board. So if you're just an author who's working on your next draft for your book, if you have a book that's in editing, really anytime that you're working on the book but it's not published yet, it's considered a work in progress. I've also seen this on the audiobook narration boards as well, where this is the work in progress that they are actively narrating, whether it is their own book or another book. So WIP is always work in progress. There you go. And then RH is the rights holder. So this is a very, I want to say niche abbreviation that I've seen used mostly in the audiobook narration space. And this is where you could have somebody who is narrating the book who didn't write the book, right? So the rights holder, now the rights holder could be an author who is then going through ACX or some other platform, and they have then hired a narrator. So there's the narrator, there's the talent, and there's the rights holder. And so usually there's a lot of conversation of, well, the rights holder wants this, or the rights holder asked for that, and you'll see RH, RH, RH. That's a rights holder. So that is usually the author, but in some cases it could be like an independent publisher or even a traditional publishing house. So maybe, you know, if it's one of the big publishing houses, they're considered to be the rights holder for the work, and they're the ones who are hiring the narrator to do the work. But in the self-publishing space, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be the author who is the rights holder that you're dealing with. But it's always good to say RH, just because there could be instances where the rights holder may not be the author. So RH is what you'll see there. So that's an update on some abbreviations that you will see around the self-publishing, narrating, audiobook, indie author space. What are some other common acronyms that are stumping you? If there's any that I haven't covered in this video, or the super old, super poor video and audio quality first video, let me know, and I can always do a third one of these eventually. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and again, don't forget to hit subscribe. That lets YouTube know that you're getting value from what I'm putting out on this channel and can help get it in front of other authors like us. Now you can go back to writing or narrating your book.